Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is DOSorNight, call me, and yeah. So, not a lot of things to talk about in the gaming industry. Spider-Man came out, but I don't have the game yet, so I can't do impressions about it. So I thought maybe I should do impressions of the Battlefield 5 beta and the new operators that is in Rainbow Six Sieges. So, yeah. Alright, so Grim Skies, Rainbow Six Siege's new DLC. So, it brought 2 new operators and 1 new map. Alright, so the 2 new operators are called Clash and Maverick. Maverick on the attacking side, and Clash on the defensive side. Clash has an electric shield, and Maverick has a blowtorch. And with the blowtorch, you can make holes in the walls, like in barricaded walls, soft walls, barricaded doors, windows, even vaults. So a few videos before, I said that Maverick was going to be the game changer of this meta. He could be. He has a potential, but a lot of players that I've been with don't really use him as well.
Are you sure about that?
And that's probably just because, it's still the early stages, Maverick just came out a few days ago. Not everybody has chosen him and mastered him yet. Oh yeah, and also, not everybody has bought the 3rd season for Rainbow Six Siege, so they're probably just waiting, a week after until it's available for everybody so they can buy it. Alright, now Clash. Now, a few videos before, I did mention, I'm probably not going to play as Clash as much because, I'm not, a huge Shield main. I don't really like Shield as much. But out of the 2, Clash was, the one I played the most because everybody was picking Maverick all the time. So yeah, I got to play Clash and I thought, this is actually fun, Like, if you use, just like Maverick, if you use Clash the right way, you're going to be OP. And also with the right teammate, yeah, you're going to be good too. So how I use Clash is baiting and trolling the enemies. Now, since the shield is indestructible, yeah, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could just troll them, and when they get too close to you, you could just shock them and then let your teammate kill them. Now, when you shock them, they do move slow. So that's why when they come too close, because they could kill you by meleeing your shield, disarming you, and then killing you right there. That's why if they get too close, you could either, shock them until your teammate comes and kill them, or you could do the switcheroo and, switch to your secondary and kill them. Alright, so all the weapons she has is, her primary is just the shield. There's no, assault rifle, nothing. Just like every other shield. And her secondary is a pistol and, a burst fire SMG. Now, I primarily use the SMG because I'm not really good with pistols for some reason. I guess because maybe the low damage they give. But yeah, so I just rock the shield and the SMG. Alright, so going a little bit more in depth of how I use her. So yeah, I bait and I troll the enemies. So when you're a shield in the attacking side, the shield's always gotta be aggressive. They always gotta be the first one to come out and protect the teammates behind them. But in the defensive side, you don't really have to do that. You don't have to be aggressive because, there's no objective you gotta go to. Your objective is to protect the objective. So usually how I use Clash is, alright, when you're Clash, I gotta communicate with my teammates, Whenever I see somebody opening a door or a window, I block that area and then I pin them. And then I tell my teammates, enemies on pin. Now, during this time when I'm waiting for my teammates to come up and help me out, I usually troll the enemies. Now, for me, the only reason to shock somebody is either if somebody's trying to peek through the doors or windows, somebody's trying to get in, or somebody's trying to kill me by meleeing me, and I shock them and then I fall back. I was really surprised how much I was loving playing Clash. Like, I was not expecting, to play her, as much as I did at the time. So how I would summarize Clash is she's a support class, right? Don't expect, oh, you're gonna be her and you're gonna be killing people. No. All you're going to do is just block bullets and be a support class, just like Mountain. Alright, so Maverick. Now, out of the 2 operators, Maverick was the least I've played with because everybody's always picking Maverick because he's the most appealing, and that's because, he can make holes out of barricaded walls, and that's very useful in this game. Alright, so my experience with Maverick. Now, how I use Maverick is, like I said earlier, just making holes in the walls, making small holes in the walls, and then shooting everybody through it, and it's great. So how I use Maverick is, alright, now before matches, with the drones, just roaming around trying to find the OBJ, so when I find the OBJ, I usually put a drone somewhere hidden around OBJ where it has a good sight on all of the enemies, or just a good sight on the OBJ generally. And also I try to find, barricaded walls where I can make holes out of. Alright, so when the match starts, I go to the walls, I go and make a hole out of any of the walls that, has a good sight on most of the enemies. When I do, I kill at least one if I see one, and then I crouch back because I know for a fact if I kill somebody, they're gonna look back to the walls and shoot me back. So I crouch back and then I make another hole somewhere like a little bit further. And yeah, that's my strategy. So I don't. So since I haven't used him as much, I have only used him for those scenarios. Since I didn't have enough time with him, I didn't really get creative. Like there was one person, he knew where the enemy was. He was like in the edge, so he thought, all right, I'd put a claymore in this area where I think he is. Then I blow a hole, and then there you go. It explodes. It's just like how vents work or whatever those things are called. Now that was creative. I was like, well, god damn. I wish that a scenario like that happened to me. All right, so the weapons I rock with, I really love the AR-15. It's powerful and also accurate. It has no recoil, so it's like crazy when you're making holes in the walls. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Now I'm not saying the M4 is really bad, but the M4 is actually really good. But when you're making holes in the walls, you really need like zero recoil and 100% accuracy, and the AR-15 works for me for that situation. All right, so the torch now. All right, you guys are probably gonna think, oh, this torch shit is gonna be easy. I'm just gonna go draw on the walls. I'm gonna make a dick sign. I'm gonna make all other symbols. But no, it's actually pretty hard at first. You really gotta go slow for the torch because it takes time to burn the hole in the wall. So at first for me, I was going regular speed, and then I was like, oh, it actually takes time to burn these walls. It doesn't take too much time to learn this, so just a few matches after that, you're gonna be good and you're gonna understand how to do it. So yeah, Maverick's my favorite, and I think Maverick, is the game changer. It's just, the community so far hasn't really, used him the right way. Like, there's not a lot of people who have mastered him yet, so after a few weeks, yeah, everybody's gonna master him, and he's gonna be OP as fuck. So I think after, a few weeks, yeah, he's gonna get a nerf. Yeah, actually, the next season, there's probably going to be an operator that counters Maverick. So, yeah. I gotta say, this is like the first season where I love both of the operators equally. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. This is a great season, and I do recommend buying both of these. So, yeah. Alright, now let's go to my Battlefield 5 impressions. Alright, so depending how I feel during editing, you probably won't see my gameplay during the background. But yeah, if you do, well, it was recorded by the PS4 Pro, and yeah, it's not the clearest, not the best, but yeah, still gameplay for me. Alright, so to let you guys know, I've been a huge Battlefield fan since Bad Company 2, I've been, at the past, I've been a huge Call of Duty fan. I just loved Call of Duty. I loved playing it. But as times goes on, I was somewhat getting burnt with Call of Duty. I was like, damn, I need something to play. I need something a little bit more harder, something with a little bit more challenge. And that's where Bad Company 2 came out. And yeah, I've been a fan since. Now, when Battlefield 1 came out, that's when I felt like the game was going downhill. That was the game where I felt like DICE was trying to appeal more to the casual audience. Now, it could have been because of the setting it was taking place, because during World War I, there wasn't a lot of fully automatic guns around, so there was a lot of bolt action, semi-automatic, so yeah. But it did felt like the game was going a little bit too easy for a Battlefield game. But, yeah, I was kind of losing my appeal with Battlefield. But then Battlefield 5 came out, the trailer came out, and I thought, damn, this looks chaotic. Like, the trailer they gave us. Like, I thought it was actually good, but everybody else thought, otherwise. So, yeah, now, I got to play the beta. What did I thought of Battlefield 5? So, right, the complaints for Battlefield 1 for me was there wasn't enough weapons. It was too casual. The vehicles, where are they? Like, I want vehicles to be available in the map just how they were available like in Battlefront 3 and 4. I don't want to die just so I can spawn on a tank. Like, just have the tank on the map. And also, this is just a complaint from consoles. The aim assist. The aim assist is too hard on the chest. Like, it's somewhat hard doing headshots because, when you're aiming, the sight is always going down to the chest. So, they need to fix that. Alright, so the problems in Battlefield 1, is it fixed on Battlefield 5? No. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, this is not the final product. This is a beta. So wait until the game release. Buy it, and then see it for yourself. Like, alright, I'll give you that. But, I don't know. Like, it's still a problem. Like, alright, the weapons, I feel like they're not going to put as much weapons. I think this is going to be it. I'm not sure, alright? Hopefully, they put more weapons. It still somewhat feels casual. There is a little bit more recoil when you aim down sights, so I like that. There's still a problem with the aim assist, keep going down to the chest, and really hard doing headshots, and also the tanks, the vehicles. It's not what I want it to be. You still gotta die to spawn on a tank. All right, so there's a lot of complaints about this game, and I want to go to the positives because there's not much. Still feels like Battlefield. It still is chaotic. It still is fun. It's still random. Like just the amount of fun I had. Like, oh, what the fuck? There's still moments like that, and I love it. But playing it a little bit longer, I'm already like, yeah, I'm not feeling it right now. I'm already somewhat bored. So. It doesn't look like it's gonna have long legs. And again, it's a beta, right? We don't have the final product. Not all the the matches or the weapons or anything is still here. So that could be that. But just playing it, and like I'm getting bored. All right, so now let's talk about the problems. So one of the problems is the lighting. The lighting in this game looks beautiful, but in gameplay, it's a distraction. It's in the way when you're trying to kill somebody. Like, all right, when I'm trying to kill somebody, if the sun is behind the enemy, I'm fucked. Like that lens flare is gonna be in the way. The enemy can see me perfectly, but I can see the enemy, but I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucking drunk. The shadows in this game appear more darker. Like sometimes I'm looking at a store, I'm like, wait, is there an enemy right there? Oh, I'm dead. I stopped having that problem when I put my brightness up until like 90%. So yeah, I recommend doing that if you're having a problem fighting against somebody in an alley and it's too fucking dark. So yeah. All right. So the other problem about this game is the viewing distance. You can't really see too far when you don't have either a scope or a telescope. This happened to me in one map. Like in the map, remember the map with the trains and all that? I was running through the trains, and in a far as distance, someone killed me. I'm like, what? That was an enemy? Yeah, they need to fix that, because Battlefield's well known for having big ass maps. It's like, what is the point of having a big map if I can't see longer than 5 feet? Third problem, Asian women. Oh my. Alright, I was just kidding right there. Alright, just take it easy. Alright, that was a joke, JK. Another thing that I hate is the revive system. So when you die, you have to wait until your teammate comes to revive you, or you just wait until you bleed out and die. Now, I would like the system to have a instant death button. Like, I just want to die completely. I don't want to wait until someone rescues me, or just wait until I bleed out. Because the only way to, like, die faster is to hold the button, and I don't want to do that shit. I just want to instantly die right now. I want to die now! Oh, yeah, here's another thing that was a big problem in Battlefield 1, and still has not fixed in Battlefield 5. Is the medic. You would think, oh, I'm gonna be the medic because I want to revive people, I want to heal people. No one's doing that shit. Yeah, during this bleed outs, when I'm bleeding every goddamn time, whenever I'm dying and I see my teammate just right next to me, he has the ability to revive me fast, but he doesn't, alright? He just looks at me like, oh, I'm already dead. Getting revived by a player is so rare. Whenever somebody revives me, I'm like, oh my god, you really deserve a fucking statue. EA should put a statue in their headquarters. And that's me too. Like, whenever I'm a medic, I always revive people and heal them. Ever since Rainbow Six Siege, I got really creative with smoke grenades. Like, whenever I see somebody bleeding and needs to be revived in the middle of the battlefield, like there's bullets flying off in both sides, I usually throw a smoke grenade and then I revive him. I don't know what DICE needs to do to convince people to, revive people when you're a medic. Like, there should be an instant revive when you're a medic. And that's why I think DICE is, trying to appeal with the casuals, because no casual is doing all these extra shit. All they want to do is just shoot. The way to play Battlefield is being tactical and, communicating with your teammates, your squad, and also doing what your class is meant to do. Like, if you're a medic, you heal, you revive. If you're demolition, you explode tanks. And that's the thing with Battlefield players. Like, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And yeah, that's my impressions of Battlefield. I had fun, but, it just, somewhat just went downhill, and I just, started not having fun. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, yeah, this video was supposed to be uploaded in the weekend, but about Spider-Man, and that took a lot of my time. And damn, man, like, I knew, I was like, oh no, this video is gonna be uploaded further. This is probably gonna be uploaded in Tuesday or Monday. I'll do impressions of that game, later, maybe after this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me Twitch, Twitter, and Twitch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Bye.